Help! Send help! Send help! Ugh. Help is on the way, Mr. Kitty. GameStop CEO Ryan Cohen just acknowledged receiving a letter urging them to move $5 billion into Bitcoin. This isn't just some random letter. This could be the biggest corporate Bitcoin buy since MicroStrategy. And it's happening right when Bitcoin is setting up for a historic 10x move. And that's not all. The state of Oklahoma is about to pull the trigger on their own strategic Bitcoin reserve, potentially putting 10% of public funds into Bitcoin. States are moving, corporations are moving, institutions are quietly scooping up Bitcoin, yet the market just took a dip, which means it's the perfect time to strike. Is Bitcoin about to explode? Is GameStop about to flip Wall Street on its head again? Welcome back. We have massive news to get to. Send it!
Volatility was a gift to the faithful. It scares away the tourist. It scares away the lazy. It scares away the people that are already conventionally rich, that have all the money. If you're a 20-something or a 30-something and you're willing to do the work, if you're willing to spend 100 hours or 200 hours, if you have more time than money, then the volatility of Bitcoin is a gift to you. If you have more money than time and you're arrogant and egotistical and you just pick the obvious, then if the volatility goes away, you buy Bitcoin. If people in the rest of the world knew what I know and they understood and they agreed with me, Bitcoin would go to $10 million tomorrow. And if Bitcoin went to $10 million tomorrow, I want you to think about how you would feel and how your viewers would feel, because you would lose 20 years of stacking opportunity during which you get to buy at less than $10 million. So the difference between $10 million and 100,000, that's what you give up if the volatility goes away and people start to agree with you.
GameStop and Bitcoin. Is the move finally happening? We've been calling this for years. GameStop was always primed to make the Bitcoin move. Now, Strive Asset Management CEO Matt Cole has urged Ryan Cohen to put $5 billion into Bitcoin as a reserve asset. Cohen's response? Letter received. And would you just look at that? Cohen only follows Bitcoin accounts on Twitter. You know what this means? This means he's already deep down the rabbit hole. The fact he's even acknowledging this publicly tells us the conversation is real inside of GameStop's boardroom. But why now? Bitcoin just had a flash dip, a perfectly timed buying opportunity for a company sitting on $5 billion in cash. And GameStop already has a strong retail army of traders who understand asymmetric bets, and Bitcoin is the ultimate asymmetric bet. What happens if GameStop announces a MicroStrategy style Bitcoin play? Their stock? Boom! Bitcoin price? Boom! And the narrative? Game on!
Game on! Game on!
There is no second best.
Yeah, again, I just disagree with your characterization. I don't expect an 80% downturn. I don't think it's a speculative asset, and I don't think you can quote unquote take money off the table. You know, you're speaking like a crypto trader right now, right? Yeah, I mean, maybe you're doing it just to represent their interest, but I don't see the world that way. I think that Bitcoin is sound money. It's the technically superior asset class compared to the dollar, the euro, the peso, the bolivar, compared to a stock index, compared to gold, compared to silver, compared to everything you can conceivably buy. It is technically, thermodynamically superior as an asset. So when you say things like that to me, and maybe you just do it just to see what I'll say back, I just imagine you preaching to me in Argentina while you're asking me if I'm going to sell the dollars and buy pesos back again as the peso sleeps from 20 to the dollar to 40 to the dollar to 80 to the dollar. Or if we're in, Venezuela. I mean, you think a Venezuelan company is going to, like, quote unquote, take some money off the table by selling their U.S. stocks and their U.S. dollars to buy back into local currencies. Or then, in Zimbabwe, you think they would take money off the table, right? Like, the point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
Just in, the state of Oklahoma has advanced a strategic Bitcoin reserve bill, potentially putting up to 10% of public funds into Bitcoin. If this passes, it'll be one of the biggest state-level Bitcoin investments in history. And why does this matter? Are we about to enter the Bitcoin banana zone? Well, we're about to find out, but before we bring it home today, look at our likes!
Three or four times, maybe.
I gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
Hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and give us a pamp while we take a moment to recognize our sponsors, the masters of Bitcoin self-custody and sovereignty, the Bitcoin way. If you're looking to learn how to Bitcoin, how to properly secure your Bitcoin, you might want to head on over to the newly revamped Bitcoin Way website where you can begin your road to Bitcoin sovereignty today. If you're looking to schedule a free 30-minute consultation, go ahead and use that link below in the show notes. Real quick before all the bullishness, do you ever feel lost and alone? Do you tell people taxation is theft and they just ask you if you caught the game last night? Well, all your lonely days are gone, my friends. With the Orange Pill app, you can stack friends who stack sets. It's the ultimate hub to connect with fellow Bitcoiners. Find meetups and discover every Bitcoin conference happening near you and throughout the country. No more explaining why money printing is theft to people who just don't get it. Now you can build real friendships with people who actually speak your language. Download the Orange Pill app today and start meeting your laser-eyed brothers and sisters in the real world. And who knows? Those connections you make could last a lifetime. All right, back to business. Boomer sooner, baby. If Oklahoma opens the door, a flood of other states is gonna follow. The game theory of Bitcoin reserves is playing out. Texas, Kentucky, Utah, who's next? And here we go. Senator Cynthia Lummis says, big things are coming, my friends. The states are waking up. The Federal Reserve is devaluing the dollar, and Bitcoin is the escape hatch. Now, will or could Bitcoin's price 10x this year? I know people are freaking out over the Bitcoin price dip, but let's get real. This is just normal bull market volatility. Every Bitcoin bull run comes with pullbacks. This is just climbing the wall of worry. And historically, these shakeouts set up for massive runs. Where's the Omega candle? Is the Omega candle coming? I don't see an Omega candle. It's coming! And we already had two 10K plus daily moves, and this is just warming up. So are we gonna hit $1 million Bitcoin this year? Roll it!
What do you think happens to the price of Bitcoin if the strategic Bitcoin reserve thing does go through in the United States? It looks like it's going to happen on the state level before the federal level.
Well, as Adam Back says, that's the path to 1 million.
$1 million Bitcoin, Samson. When's that going to happen?
My guess is it's going to be this year.
It's going to be this year.
You look at all the factors that we're facing. You have...
That's a 10x.
Bitcoin has 17x in the past. There is no upper bound to Bitcoin. What do we have? We have MicroStrategy buying non-stop. We have ETFs, which are a doorway to legacy fiat money. If you go back to all the previous bull runs, where we get bogged down is the exchanges, because that's the touch point, right? That's how you convert fiat into Bitcoin. But with the ETFs, there is no bottleneck anymore. Central banks can buy ETFs. So any demand for Bitcoin can now be satiated without any problem whatsoever. And that is really big. That's why actually I thought 2024 was going to be the year we hit 1 million, because I don't think people fully understand how big that is. Central banks can buy ETFs. There is no barrier for fiat money entering Bitcoin. But I think this year we'll hit it, since we missed last year. But you have MicroStrategy, you have ETFs, you have the removal of the barrier, you have nation states, and what else? There's just so much going on, like real adoption of Bitcoin. So I just can't see it not hitting 1 million this year.
He may be onto something, and the hash rate doesn't lie. Bitcoin's hash rate is at all-time highs. The network is now doing 800 quintillion calculations per second. That's 1,855 times the length of the universe's existence in raw computing power. The network is stronger than ever, and price follows hash rate. Bitcoin just caught down to global liquidity trends. And historically, this is where explosive reversals happen. M2 Money Supply predicted this dip 45 days ago. If liquidity reverses upward, we could be looking at seven-figure Bitcoin in 2025. Here we go. 4, right? Well, CZ predicts that Bitcoin will crash to 985,000. That's right. And CZ is totally trolling, but he does understand that Bitcoin's trajectory is up only for the long term. So what comes next? Well, if GameStop announces a Bitcoin buy, we're looking at a new corporate FOMO wave, MicroStrategy 2.0. And if Oklahoma finalizes their Bitcoin reserve, other states will be forced to compete, and the domino effect begins. If Bitcoin stays on this trajectory, a 10x move is still definitely on the table. As you heard Samson say earlier, the fundamentals are stronger than ever. The macro picture is shifting, and the game theory is playing out exactly as expected. So the question is, are you ready? And are you going to Mining Disrupt 2025? The biggest Bitcoin mining conference on the planet, and it's coming to Fort Lauderdale, March 25th through the 27th. Get your tickets today and join thousands of Bitcoin mining professionals and enthusiasts from around the globe for an electrifying experience at Mining Disrupt. See the latest cutting-edge hardware, products, and services that are revolutionizing the Bitcoin mining industry. For over half a decade, Mining Disrupt has been the premier conference and expo exclusively dedicated to Bitcoin mining. Be part of the future and join the movement that's shaping the world of Bitcoin mining. Don't miss out. Head over to miningdisrupt.com and get your tickets today. Use promo code SimplyBitcoin for 20% off. Oh, and the Simply Bitcoin news desk gonna be on site. I'm gonna be there. Nico and Opti are gonna be there holding it down, and we hope to see you there as well. Buckle the hell up, lads. Valhalla awaits. I hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and give us a pamp by sharing this video with some poor soul saving in fiat and shit coins. Hey, I'll catch you all tomorrow. Love you guys. Peace.
If you prefer to go down with the ship, fuck you.